But please, no pleated khakis. Be a hot guy, not the helpful Honda guy.
Welcome to the Dating Transformation Podcast. Here's your host, dating coach, Connell Barrett.
All right, we are back. Welcome back to the Dating Transformation Podcast. I am your host, dating coach Connell Barrett. I'm here to help you attract wonderful women, learn to flirt, and get a great girlfriend, all by being authentic. No creepy pickup artist moves allowed. Okay, maybe one, but that's the maximum. And I'm really psyched to have a special guest today because this is not just a guest who's an expert in helping you feel more confident and look more confident, but she's a guest who has helped me do that and has helped my clients do that. My guest today is Riane Bawalan, and Riane is my colleague who works with my clients and me, helping sure the guys I work with look great and are well dressed. And she is invaluable to me. She's a professional expert stylist for men. She's also really good at taking online dating photos for men. We're going to talk about that on a different day. But today we're going to talk about some of the biggest style mistakes you might be making, and you might not even know it. And Riane's also going to share some of her favorite tips. And you can find out more about Riane at her website, which is thegentleman'sphotographer.com. Riane, welcome to the Dating Transformation Podcast.
Thank you for having me, Connell. It's been a long time I've been working with you. I'm super excited to be here, and I'm so glad that, we get to chat about these vital things that I feel like most men, lack or don't really know. And, it's always good to have, a woman's perspective on these things. And that's why I'm here, to make everyone look better, feel better, and then I'll take their photo and they look even better than they do in person. So,
well, every guy who's single and looking for love wants to be confident. He wants to look his best. He wants to be attractive to women. However, what I've realized is that so many men don't know what they don't know. They don't realize that their clothes might not fit great, or they don't realize that their shoes look like something that you might wear in a bowling alley, but not on a first date, or you might wear them at the gym, but not if you're trying to impress a woman. So why don't we talk a little bit about, we're going to get to your story too and how you got where you are. But first, let me just ask you this. Off the top of your head, what do you think what are the top one or two biggest style mistakes are that you see men making just out in the world?
Yeah, for sure. So I actually prepared a couple bullet points for this. So I am prepared. The first one I did want to talk about was the one that
I'm glad one of us is.
The most important thing I feel like men don't understand is buying the right fitting clothing. I mean, for some reason, men just either buy too tight or too big. So you're either accentuating the wrong things or you're not accentuating the right things. And I feel like it's so important to actually either go to the store, try things on, or order them, try them at home, and then at least don't rip the tag off, because if it doesn't fit, at least you can return it. But I'm a big believer in in-person shopping. I feel like you can get a better idea of the texture, of the quality, how it feels on your skin, how it looks on your body. And sometimes things may be too tight in this area and you don't want to, accentuate that, and you want it to be a little more loose here. And you just have to try those things on. But one very important thing is that some brands tend to run smaller. For example, Zara. A lot of men love Zara, but they need to understand that it's a European brand. And a lot of European brands run a lot smaller than, I guess, American brands, like American Eagle, or, for example. That's funny, pun intended. But that just goes to show one thing from one company, even if you're a size, 32 in Zara, doesn't mean you're size 32 in another brand. You could be bigger or smaller, and that's just on you or the guy to actually go ahead and make sure that it fits correctly, because that really makes a great outfit. Like a $20 well-fitting t-shirt looks better than a $75 ill-fitting t-shirt. Same thing goes for pants, for jackets.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it's not about the brand.
Yeah, not at all.
It's not about the brand for women, right? And you're married now, but you were dating and single once. And weren't you more impressed by a guy wearing that $20 good fitting Zara t-shirt as opposed to a $100 fancy shirt, but it was 3 sizes too big?
Right, exactly. I mean, we want to be with somebody who kind of knows what looks good on them and wears it confidently. And I guess that's where you come in. So we're like, like team players. I make sure they dress well, and then you make sure that they're exuding the confidence that they should to get the girl. Because clothes are one thing, taking care of your hair, which is another thing I'm going to go into later, is another thing. But if you can look really good, but if you have no confidence, we're not attracted to that. We like to see men who not only look good, but give off the vibe like, I know I look good and I know you want me. So you're not gonna play desperate. You're not gonna be too shy. You're gonna go right in the middle, approachable, friendly, attractive. But that's all you. We don't need to talk about that. We're here for style.
I'm gonna read your mind. Ready? I'll bet that you would love to confidently approach women, get great matches on the dating apps, flirt with charm, and attract your dream girlfriend. Right? But fear keeps you from approaching. You're not sure how to flirt. You struggle on the apps, and desirable women just don't seem into you. Well, I have great news. Dating coach Connell Barrett can help. He's guided thousands of men like you to more confidence and helped them attract their dream girlfriends. So book a free strategy call today to see if Connell's coaching is right for you. On your call, Connell or a team member will give you personalized advice to help you have more confidence, more dates, and more fun. Oh, and you'll be dating women as your best self, a charming gentleman. That's because Connell does not teach creepy pickup artist tricks. He unlocks your most confident self, so you can make authentic, romantic connections. Your next steps? Book your free call today at datingtransformation.com/contact and grab a time that works for you. Then you'll be on your way to more confidence, better results, and attracting bright, beautiful women. Oh, so soon Connell will stop taking on new clients, so book a call today while you still can. Go to datingtransformation.com/contact and transform your love life. Bye.
Your first rule, basically, or the one you came up with first, was about fit. And that's actually the number one dating style rule I have in my book. There are 7. And the rule number 1 is your shirt, your pants, your jacket should either be tailored for you or they should look like they were tailored for you. Because the biggest style mistake I see guys make is just big, baggy, ill-fitting clothes. I was out this weekend with a few clients doing in-person approaching in New York City. It's the wingman weekend where guys go out for a weekend, get numbers, get dates. I help them approach. And I met a couple of clients for the first time in person. They're new clients. And one guy walked in, he's wearing this coat. He looked like David Byrne in that video from the 80s where he's wearing that giant, you may ask yourself, is this my beautiful wife? It's an old reference. You're too young for it. But he looked like Frankenstein from the 1930s movie. And it's just so easy to miss that. And so I think the easiest, fastest fix for guys is just finding clothes that suit their body type. Don't worry about the label so much as worry about the fit.
Mm-hmm. And another, I guess, a side thing from that is color, right? Not everything needs to be black. Okay, I mean, guys love navy. I mean, granted, it looks great on everybody. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like you could really introduce color into your wardrobe, and it doesn't have to be like reds or purples. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can include salmon pink. I know that sounds a little bit like, what is a salmon pink? Well, if you know what a wild-caught salmon looks like, that's the pink I'm talking about. Or you can include like marigold, like a mustard yellow. Fun but not too loud colors will bring a lot to a simple outfit. So, for example, you have like blue jeans with a white t-shirt, yeah, that looks good, right? But if you do blue jeans with a salmon pink or a mustard shirt, it's like, oh, he's not afraid of color. That looks nice on his skin tone. And I feel like that's just another way to kind of elevate your outfit. And then other than, those kinds of colors, I also love to tell my guys, and when I bring them shopping, I like to get things that all match. So I love the neutrals, right? I love the whites, the grays, the navy, the beige, the olive greens, all those things, they all tie together so well that you can make so many different outfits just by buying colors that go in the same story. And I feel like that's the best way to maximize your closet. And you don't need to buy a million different things. Just buy good quality things that fit well and have all great matching colors, and you're set for the whole season or for the whole year. And then you can always buy the same things in shorts or in khakis or chinos. I'm sorry. So I feel like that's another thing other than fit is color. So
Color's important. I'll defer to you because I'm a colorblind man. And I always that's why I need you. That's why I need the help of a woman or somebody who can help me. Is color is not my strong suit. Let me ask you this: staying on the topic of mistakes men make that they don't realize they're making, what else comes to your mind? Like, what's a really common faux pas or style blind spot that a lot of men don't know they have, and then once they know it, they can fix it almost right away?
I feel like it's kind of simple, but it's not too simple because some men are just, I guess, lazy. Hair, okay, facial hair, head,
Okay.
hair, head, like one thing where men lack. Like they just think, okay, I'm just gonna wake up in the morning, take a shower, go out the door. I mean, if you have a nice set of hair, great, good for you. But some people, you need to style it, and if you don't want to style it, at least have a good haircut. So I like to tell my guys at least 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, get a shape up, get a haircut, fix your beard. Like a well-trimmed beard makes such a difference than something that's wild and bushy. And I feel like it's something you could learn. If you don't want to go to the barber, fine. But at least take some time out of your day or your weekend and YouTube it. Buy some clippers or a shaver or whatever the fuck they're called, and spend some time in the mirror and just clean up the sides, line up the angles on your face. And it just makes such a huge difference. And I feel like a lot of guys just don't realize that. And same thing goes for your head. Listen, if you're balding, and it's obvious, just shave it off. Just shave it off because we're gonna figure it out later. You know what I mean? Like why try to hide?
Yeah.
So
I forget where I heard this line, but somebody once said, baldness is a condition. Shaving your head is a look. So go for a look.
Right.
Don't think of it as a condition. Go for a look. Because basically your hair or your lack thereof, it should look on purpose.
Right.
It should look like, oh, here's the look I'm going for. Whether you're rocking a cool fade or you're shaving your head or you're doing what I do, which is I have this naturally thick, almost afro, this ginger afro. And years ago, I got some good advice from a style expert, and she said, from a girl I had just started dating, and she said, why don't you just go get a consultation with a hairstylist and just go in and see what they have to say? And when I went from this big bushy, Ron Weasley red ginger haircut to something that had a little style and a little bit of fun on top and a little bit shorter on the side, I literally felt 20% more confident. So I guess that's the other thing that men might not realize is when you get that really cool haircut, and to your point, get that beard sculpted so it looks on purpose, it just makes you feel so much more confident, and also, of course, makes you look better to women.
Right, for sure.
I'll shut up now.
But definitely, like, if you don't have a good beard, like, at least maintain your hair on your head. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have to balance it somehow. So that's one thing on hair.
Yeah. And, So you're here sort of as a double expert in a sense, because not only are you a style expert, but you're also a woman, a formerly single woman, now married, but you certainly have, a lot about what women want, what they like. And here's why I tell men to get your style handled. Not just because it makes you feel more confident and because you look better, which will help dating connections and results. But I feel like the way a woman's mind works is she checks a guy out and she's not worried about labels so much. She's just trying to say to herself, oh, he's got nice, good manicured nails. He's got cool sneakers, cool stylish sneakers, or a nice tailored shirt that fits him. He's got his style together, so he must have his whole life together. And that makes him a more attractive dating proposition. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on that perception of how women look at a man's style and make judgments about him?
No, I completely agree. I feel like you can kind of tell a lot by what someone's wearing. Like if they're not well put together, or if their outfit is just baggy and not in a fashionable sense, because that could be fashionable. People do wear the baggier pants and whatever, but for most of the time, maybe 70%, it's not intentional and they just don't give a fuck about what they're wearing. And that kind of just reflects their home or maybe their lifestyle. And this was going back to what I was saying about taking time to take care of yourself. I feel like that kind of goes side by side with your hair. If you take time to take care of yourself and you're prioritizing yourself, it'll show. And that it shows to women that, okay, he can take care of himself, so he can take care of me. A man who cannot take care of himself, how the fuck do you expect them to take care of a woman? Like, it just doesn't, add up in my head. And, you and I both know we do things, we prioritize things that matter to us. So if we matter to ourselves and we take care of ourselves, that shows that, we have our priorities straight, that we know what's good for us, and we want to improve our lives and improve our well-being in ourselves. And then we have the space to bring someone else in and take care of them and enjoy their company. I feel like that just kind of goes together somehow, about just taking care of yourself in general.
Awesome. I love that. I'm going to steal that line. If you can't take care of yourself and your own style, how are you going to take care of the woman you're trying to date? That's fantastic. Let's talk about shoe game.
Okay.
do's and don'ts of shoes, sneakers. What mistakes do you see guys make, and how can they fix them? I'll answer my own question, then I'll give it over to you. The thing I see a lot is guys they're just wearing their walk around going to Kmart shoes, or they're wearing their 2-year-old gym shoes on dates. They're basically just wearing the shoes they have in their closet instead of making a little bit of a style statement with their choice of either sneakers or nice dress shoes for a date. Give us some pointers on shoe game.
Yeah. I mean, not even, it's just making a little bit of an effort to have just one good pair of shoes that you can wear out on a date. And I completely agree with you. A lot of the guys that I've worked with is they just have these raggedy old shoes that they wear just for the grocery store. Do not wear that on your first date, because we will look right down at those shoes and say, what on earth is he wearing? Like, he couldn't pull at least shoes for the date. Like what?
Rejection, ghosting, loneliness, lack of dates, and lack of confidence. For many men, dating just sucks. But it doesn't have to. There's a simple yet powerful way to gain instant confidence and attract a great girlfriend. Be radically authentic. It's all laid out in the #1 Amazon best-selling book, Dating Sucks, But You Don't. Your step-by-step guide to attracting wonderful women and doing it with total authenticity. Author and dating coach Connell Barrett has had and fixed all the dating problems that you struggle with. He's also helped thousands of men gain confidence and find love. He's put his best tips and strategies into Dating Sucks But You Don't, so that you can confidently approach women and get dates. Become magnetic and attractive, even if you're not tall or great looking. Always know what to say to make sparks fly. Get lots of great matches and dates on the dating apps. and attract your dream woman. You can find Dating Sucks But You Don't on Amazon or wherever books are sold, in paperback, Kindle, and audiobook. Get Dating Sucks But You Don't today to transform your confidence and find your dream girl.
And I personally think every man needs to have these two shoes, okay? It's a crispy pair of white sneakers. That can be fucking Converse, that can be Vans, that can be Nike, that can be Adidas. You can just go to Aldo's and get a $70 pair of really nice white sneakers and only wear them for special occasions. Only wear them on dates. And then every other day you can wear your gym shoes, you can wear your grocery shoes, but just have a good pair of shoes reserved for special occasions. And that's good for, I'd like to say, spring, summer, winter, fall, right? But in the winter and the fall, you can dress it up a little bit more and you can get yourself some lace-up boots, some Chelsea boots. I love Chelsea boots for men. I really recommend either doing a tan leather boot or a black leather boot. Both go really well with almost everything. I do tend to lean more towards the brown leather. I feel like that's more versatile. But if I had to tell every guy to buy two shoes, it would be the white sneakers and the brown leather boots. Those are like my top two things. Yeah.
Fantastic. That's great. Sneaker game. When I learned sneaker game, when I say game, I just mean having cool sneakers. So when I first started dating, actively working on my dating life, it was in the mid 2000s. It was way back when John Adams was president. And I was wearing loafers. I was wearing gym shoes, and I just wasn't thinking about it. And then I found a pair of cool Stan Smiths. I found a pair of Pumas I really liked, nice new Pumas. And I just noticed the few dates I was getting back then, the girl would look down and say, "Oh, those are really cool shoes." And I also found jeans. Jeans really helped me feel more confident because at the time I was wearing these pleated khakis with big pleats. Like I could hide my wallet. I could put my wallet between the pleats of my pants if I wanted to. They were just awful. And then I found diesel jeans. And for me, diesel jeans just looked and felt amazing. And I vividly remember this woman just saying, "Hey, I love the jeans. You're looking great tonight." And before I knew it, I was like, "Whoa, this cute girl is into my style," and the date went better. So I guess I wanted to ask you about jeans. You like chinos, you like khakis for guys, which I'm open to as long as the pleats are not there. But any thoughts on jeans? Brands you like, or places to find them, or how to figure out the fit for you? What's your take on the best jeans for men?
Okay, so not every guy, I've learned to figure this out. Not every guy likes the whole skinny jean look, and we're not in the 2010s anymore. So you don't need to look like a skater boy. We don't need that unless you like that look. I do like the slim or athletic fit look, or straight. Never boot cut.
Okay.
Don't wear boot cut. But I always feel like men who have like skinnier legs, it shouldn't be too wide, because then you look like it just doesn't look proportionate to your body, especially if you're slimmer in the top as well. Something that's a little bit more slimming, fitted to your legs, looks a lot more attractive, makes you look taller, slimmer. And then in terms of color, I always do about like these four. I would say a light wash denim, a medium wash denim, or medium to dark, a gray jean, and then a black jean. I feel like with those four colors, you cannot go wrong. You can mix and match almost any color, like shirt, sweater, button down, jacket, for all the seasons. I feel like it's just a good four pair to have. You can get fancy with like, more detailed, more expensive jeans. But like I said earlier, you don't need to buy fucking $300 jeans. Just go to American Eagle. Like they have really great $60-$70 jeans, and you can just go to the store, try them on, there, mix and match what fits. And then once you find the right fit, you can just buy the same fit in different colors. That's like the beauty of that. Because I have a story. I have a client. One of your clients actually. We went shopping and we were in the market for jeans. and we went to American Eagle. For some reason, I like American Eagle for jeans. Zara's jeans are a little too skinny for me
Okay.
and for guys, so I don't take them there. And one day he was out, I don't know, work or just outside with friends, and his friends were complimenting him on his jeans, and like, bro, where'd you get those jeans, bro? And he was like, you wouldn't believe it. He goes, where? American Eagle. And he was like, what? American Eagle? They look like they're from Frame or APC. And I'm like, those jeans are like quadruple the price of American Eagle jeans, but they look almost identical, or if not, better than what you could have gotten. So 3 pairs or 4 pairs of that jean for 1 pair of that jean. I mean, where is the value? You know what I mean? Like, where do you get the most bang for your
Nice.
buck? That was just a really great moment. I love when I hear compliments like that from the clients, and whenever they tell me, oh, this girl complimented my shirt or something like this, and I wouldn't have bought it if you didn't tell me to buy it. And that's probably my most favorite thing.
Right.
When guys go,
Yeah, that feels great.
I wouldn't even go here if I didn't even know about this store. I wouldn't even have tried this on. But I feel like that's kind of my job, to push you guys out of your comfort zone and to really show you that there's more to life than whatever you've been wearing, and there's more things that you can do with your style, and just to not be afraid to try new things, because you really never know, like what the outcome could be.
Yeah. I have to do a poll of women on this because I want to find scientific data to back this up. But here is my theory. Women give so few fucks about good looks. Every woman wants their man to look good.
Mm-hmm.
Looks are overrated. Your looks are overrated in terms of what it's going to take for dating success, but your style is so important to the vast majority of women.
I agree.
And guess what? You can't fundamentally change your jawbone, your height, your muscles. I mean, you can with a lot of hard work, or in my case, a lot of plastic surgery. But you can overhaul your style in one weekend working with somebody named Riane, or just doing it on your own. So it's just so important. Let's finish up with a couple final points here. As you know, I'm all about authenticity. I help men awaken that authentic self and just really become really real with women and who they are. And one of the things I love about helping a guy with his style is that's a way for him to express his personality in his style. And so, for example, when I was out working really hard on my dating life, I started wearing these what I thought were cool, fun, vintage t-shirts, Beatles, Stones, AC/DC, because that's me. I like classic rock. I play guitar poorly, and I bought a necklace, which I didn't think would be me, but I put it on. The necklace was made of these metal guitar picks. It actually was really cool and masculine. It wasn't girly or too out there for me. And I would go out sometimes, and women would say, "Whoa, that's so cool! Tell me about those guitar picks." Then I got to talk about my hobbies. Or, "Oh, I like your shirt," and then I got to talk about liking classic rock. And then she got to open up about what she was into. So for me, great style is also about expressing that most authentic version of yourself, so women can kind of get an imprint of who you are. And if they like who you are, they like your vibe, then you're going to be money in the bank with her. What are your thoughts on the importance of expressing your true personality through your style choices as a man?
So definitely I agree with the whole, if you wear t-shirts that kind of show your interests, like for you it was, band, or it could be even sports. I know it could be tacky, but you might meet the girl at the bar who is also a big fan of the Rangers or something, and that could spark a conversation. So I feel like, wearing things that kind of express who you are and your interests is a great conversation starter. It's a great icebreaker. It's a way to kind of invite us into your world, your interests, and I think that's great. I feel like people shouldn't, like, if you hate something, don't put it on a shirt and then walk around with it, because people are going to talk to you about it, and then you're going to say, "Oh, but I actually dislike or don't like that thing, so why the fuck are you wearing it?" And I feel like that also goes, I'm just going to with who play instruments or like kind of play instruments, and then they put it on their dating profiles and they say, "Oh, I play the guitar, piano," and then I come over to your house and I ask you to play me something, and you can only do do re mi or fucking, a lullaby. Like, don't play an instrument if you can't play it. That is the one thing that always bugged me when I took photos for some of your clients. They're like, "Oh, can you take photos of me playing the guitar?" And I'm like, "But can you actually play?" And he's like, "No." I'm like, "Then why are you showcasing that? That's catfishing. We don't do that here. We have to be authentic, right, Connell?"
Tell me when they do that. I will yell at them.
But most of the time, be genuine.
You're not listening to me. Go ahead.
Most of the time, they actually play the guitar, so that's great. But the very few that aren't really good at whatever they're trying to showcase, I feel like that's super like fake, and that's not something that you'd want to give off when you first start dating someone. Like, you want to be honest with the people that you're trying to be with. So I feel like just stay true, like you say, to yourself and to your interests and to your talents and capabilities.
Yeah. And if you're listening to this and you want to approach women, take it from me. This happened to me years ago. I was early in my journey of going out and meeting women in bars, coffee shops, nervously walking up to them in Starbucks. And once I got my style together, I could see a 10 to 12% improvement in the reactions I got from women when I walked up to them in a cool pair of jeans, a nice t-shirt, nice hair. I just saw their eyes go up and down in an instant to figure out, what's this guy's deal? Is he cool or is he a creep?
Right.
And the right clothes can show to a woman, hey, this guy's awesome. He means you well. There's something good here for you. And it actually helped me with my approaching and dating confidence and just got me better reactions from women. So there's really no downside to having your style handled. That's what I'll say.
None at all.
Oh, and then before we go, quick story that you're going to love. Last weekend, I was out with one of my clients who you made over. I can't use real names on this podcast, but we'll call him Magic Mark,
Okay.
a tall gentleman from Long Island. You know who he is. And he looked amazing. He walks into this rooftop bar where I'm with some other clients, and he's just got this fresh haircut. He's got the outfit you had him wear. He's got this really cool button down. And he was just walking really tall compared to the cargo shorts he was wearing a long time ago and some big ratty t-shirt. And during this event on Saturday night, he walks up to the bar where there's 5 women together in a group. He walks up and does this really confident, great approach, and all of their heads turn toward him. And he gets this great reaction from 5 women. And then fast forward about a half hour later, I'm leaving with a couple other guys, and I look over and there's Mark hitting it off with one of those women. And anyway, so you did that, or you helped to do that. So thank you for what you do for my clients.
You're so welcome. I really enjoyed styling him. He really had no idea what to wear, and he just put all his trust in me. And I feel like that's the best way to kind of let me guide you. Just stay in the fitting room. I will bring clothes to you. We'll try stuff on. I'll get a feel for your vibe. If you don't like how it feels or how it looks, tell me right away. And I'll know, like, you'll look at yourself in the mirror and say, and then I'm like, okay, take it off. We'll try something else. And eventually we'll end up with a couple great pieces that, really make you feel confident, and it really changes the mood of like how you feel about yourself, the vibe you're giving off to other women, to people. And I feel like more men need to really think about just taking some time, going through your closet, throwing out the things that don't fit anymore, or you're not too short, try it on. And then maybe, hitting my line and letting me take you shopping. And, we could change some lives over here like we did with Magic Mark. Yeah.
Magic Mark. Yeah. But please, no pleated khakis. Be a hot guy, not the helpful Honda guy. That's my view. Hey, Riane, let's finish up with this. Tell the good person listening to this how they can find you and what kind of services you offer to transform a guy's style and confidence.
Yep. So you can find me at thegentleman'sphotographer.com. There you can see what I do. I offer virtual styling, personal shopping, whether that's again virtual or in person. I love meeting you guys. I love, getting to know you and getting to know your style and just taking you all over and just really trying on everything with you and making sure that you're happy, making sure that you like how you look, you like how you feel, and just kind of, bringing a whole new level or an upgraded version of yourself to the table. And that's just, one of the things I do. After that, if you wanted to take some photos of yourself, I do that also. I work with Connell. I love working with him and his clients. They're all super great. And it's just a great overall experience and, gives you guys some time to kind of get to know a woman's perspective on anything, really. Like we'll chat, we'll get coffee, maybe we'll grab some food too, and it doesn't just have to be transactional, like I'm a great person. I love meeting you guys and I feel like we can make a great connection regardless. So yeah, if you need new clothes, if you want to change your style, buy some new glasses, all of that, we do it all. So yeah.
You're great at what you do. The jacket and tie that I wore in that photo you had me take for my online dating profile, that's what hooked my now girlfriend Jessamyn's interest when she was swiping. So that's all you did was help me find love. That's all. No big deal. Amazing. Riane, thank you so much for being here. Go to thegentleman'sphotographer.com to learn more about Riane. And remember, beautiful, awesome, amazing women are out there and they already like you. They just have to meet the real you, the authentic you. All right. See you next time. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Dating Transformation Podcast. For lots of free tips, videos, and other goodies, go to datingtransformation.com. See you next time.
Produced by Heartcast Media.